So Ruben, when we spoke pre-match, you said the most important things was getting those 3 points, and that's happened today.
Yes, and also the performance was not the best performance, but with all the games that last week in the last 2 weeks, with the emotion of Thursday to have a good result, was a good performance and a good result for our amazing away fans. Make some noise.
They certainly did make some noise, especially because there were 3 different goal scorers there. What did you think of those goals? There was elation on the faces of the United players.
Yeah, Rasmus, it was a very difficult goal. He was looking for this goal. He's doing the right things, but today he deserved that goal. Great control, the run, and then the right foot was amazing. Garnacho, he's doing so well. He's trying to score a goal. He's playing on the right. I think he played really well on the right. So it was a good moment. And Bruno was the normal thing, but the play was really good. Casemiro, Dalot, so it was a very good team goal.
And we have to discuss that clean sheet, which shows that it's great performances from the defensive side of this team. A great block from Matthias de Ligt as well, sensational.
I think in the last 3 weeks, Mata is doing incredible things. So he's a shame. I hope he's going to the national team. Don't play a lot of games, but play a little bit because he's doing amazing. But Vic, without many games this season, he did really well against a striker that is really strong. Nus Mazraoui is dead. He's completely is fasting and he's playing all the minutes. So he's amazing. Dalot is always Dalot. Amass, the young kid, so they are doing a great job.
It's Amass's birthday as well.
Yes, and he had the best gift that a young kid can have. He's playing for Manchester United, and I hope he is enjoying the day.
And finally, it has been a great week for Manchester United, for yourself, the rest of the coaching staff, the team, and the fans. This puts us in a great spot ahead of this international break, doesn't it?
Yes, the feeling, but we have to forget when we return, we have a lot to do. We are going to try to recover some players, rest some players, work on the fitness of another ones. So we are trying to divide the group and deliver what they need in this moment to be ready for the last push in our league, and especially in the Europa League.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, Harry, well done making your debut for Manchester United. How does this moment feel?
It's an incredible experience. I'm just proud at the moment. You know, I think my family are going to be proud of me, everyone watching at home, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and hopefully there's many more to come.
It's been a great journey so far for you. You've worked very hard. I guess it feels like everything's fit in the right place for you today.
Yeah, I think it all just fell on the right day. You know, 18th birthday, so it's not a bad one, is it? I won't forget this one, so I'm happy, and yeah.
I was going to mention that. A big happy birthday to you from everyone here on MUTV. It must have been a lovely birthday present when Ruben Amorim said that you were going to be in the team.
Yeah, I mean, when I found out I was in the team, obviously I was very excited, and then I was warming up down there, and then I got the nod, and then that's when, you know, it was real. And then I walked over here, got on the pitch, and yeah, made my debut, so.
You have been part of this great performance today. That's earned us 3 points on that board. A great moment for us before this international break. When you think about that, to be part of it, it's been a great experience for you today.
Yeah, I think it's an Ummer experience. You know, I've learnt a lot being with these lot. I think I've improved. You know, they're on me all the time in the right way, and they're just improving my game. And I'm, you know, every day around them learning a lot. So, just appreciate everyone and happy.
And finally, you are our 253rd Academy graduate. A great number to be a part of, and you've got some wonderful senior members of this team that are helping you along the way. It must be great to have those role models, not just only in these matches, but in training too.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, you learn a lot from them. You know, they've been through, you know, so many experiences. Every single one of them's got a different journey, and you know, they just literally can take so much from each player. And you know, I'm close with a few of them, and a few of them do look after me. So it's a good group of people, and I'm just grateful.
Well, very grateful for you making your debut today. Thank you very much and well done.
Thank you very much.
So Rasmus, 3 points on the board. How are you feeling?
Yeah, happy. It's a good way to go on international break. Yeah, that's what I can say. Yeah, it was good to get in the 3 points, and I think it's been a very positive few weeks for us, and I think we've been improving.
A huge highlight for you as well with that goal. Great goal there, and especially the team celebrations that was around you. It must have felt amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been a while, as you all know, but yeah, I'm happy to being back on the score sheet, and it was very important obviously for my own confidence. But I think I've been working very hard to get to this point. I've been working a lot out away from the scenes, and yeah, both mentally and also on the pitch, my game.
You can tell there's so much support around everyone in this team. Everyone's rooting for each other, especially as this week has been a great week for everyone involved at Manchester United, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think this group of players is starting to building something special. I think we're really getting closer and closer to each other, and I think we have a good group of leaders now as well, and we are trying to build on everything these days. We know it's not been good enough, but I think it's still a very young team, and we are growing into it and getting better each day.
United manager Sir Alex Ferguson had he been owner 12 years ago. Back in 2013, Ferguson provided United with a farewell gift of their 20th English League title, and his 13th, before retiring after a trophy-laden 26-year reign. Moyes then took the reins, with the approval of the managerial legend, and was deemed the chosen one by many United supporters. The Scot only last 10 months in the role before being sacked by the Glazer family before the end of the 2013-14 season. The Red Devils have failed to get their hands on the Premier League trophy ever since, and 11 years are struggling in the bottom half and facing the prospect of missing out on Europe altogether. Ratcliffe and his Ineos group bought a minority stake in the club back in February 2024, nearly a decade after Moyes' dismissal, and have been criticised by fans for a series of their own decisions. While trying to turn the club around, in an interview with The Times, Ratcliffe criticised the decision to appoint Moyes, saying that it would not have happened on his watch. David Moyes was appointed as his fellow Scots successor, with Ferguson's blessing. Sir Jim Ratcliffe claimed he would not have appointed Moyes had he been in charge at the time. "Look, I like David Moyes, and I think he's a really good manager, but to go from Sir Alex Ferguson to Moyes is not where I would have gone," said Ratcliffe. Moyes stepped into the shoes of Ferguson, who's won the Premier League 13 times, who won the Champions League twice, and then you're handing over to a guy that has never managed big players and had never won anything. He's not necessarily got the personality to stand in front of them all. And I don't think Real Madrid would have made that choice as coach. If you look at coaches, a club can't always get it right, but they should have found the best chief executive in the world, and the best coach in the world, because Manchester United is the best club in the world. Instead, they got both of those decisions wrong. Moyes' time at the club was a disaster. He was sacked after 11 Premier League defeats left United 13 points off of the Champions League places, and they had also been knocked out of both domestic competitions as well as Europe. It was the start of a slippery slope for United, who had won the Premier League 13 times in 20 years before the Scot came through the door. The Glazers have been blamed by supporters for a series of financial decisions ever since, with protests seemingly taking place every season outside Old Trafford in a bid to oust the family. Ratcliffe claimed United have fallen because they have been poorly managed compared to clubs such as Real Madrid and Barcelona, who have stayed at the top in recent years. Moyes was deemed as the chosen one by fans in a nod to Ferguson's approval of the move. Moyes had a disastrous time at United and was sacked after 10 months in charge of the club. Ratcliffe has taken aim at the way Joel Wright and Avram left. Glazer ran the club before him. The 72-year-old suggested the former executive team at the club had made a complete cock-up of the football side of the club. Ratcliffe, however, spoke fondly of both Avram and Joel Glazer. "So, in my mind, we have a very professional partnership with the Glazer family," continued Ratcliffe. "But have you met them? They're really honest and straightforward, not what you expect when you read about them in the press. And they're both, Avram and Joel, passionate about Manchester United. I like them as people, to be honest. They could have given us a bloody hard time, couldn't they, after we cocked up with Dan Ashworth and Erik ten Hag? Could have, but didn't." It is the second time in a week that Ratcliffe has spoken to the press regarding mismanagement at the football club. United have made a number of controversial decisions under Ratcliffe in an attempt to cut costs as they create more financial wriggle room. United have made 250 members of staff redundant, and this week announced that 200 more jobs could be at risk as part of savage cuts aimed at bringing financial stability to the club. In a brutally frank series of interviews on Monday, the minority owner defended some of his decisions and claimed that United could have gone bust by Christmas had he not slashed costs. Ratcliffe also took part in a series of brutally honest interviews with the media on Monday. He also admitted it was a mistake to give Erik ten Hag a new contract and hire Dan Ashworth as sporting director, while outing several players that continue to cost the club huge sums of money.